Okay, at any given time you can choose to walk into a trap house and you can ask for the craziest drug of all time and they can give that to you. So it is very easy for you to ruin your life, but the thing that doesn't seem easy is building yourself up into a good position in life, working out every day, getting up and just doing the job, It's so much easier for you to just walk into a trap house and overdose if you really wanted to than it is for you to walk into a church and be like, hi, I need saving, I need deliverance. And there's a reason why it's that difficult to be able to do the good thing, because there's literally a force that is holding you and begging you to not go and do the right thing. So why is it so easy for you to go and do the wrong thing, but then when it comes to the right thing, it's not that simple? Because there is a force that just does not want you to do the good thing. He doesn't want you to find Jesus, doesn't want you to be saved and have freedom and peace every single day. Like, don't get me wrong, there's times where you feel like you're not at peace, even when walking with Jesus, but those are the moments where you're in testing, and if you read your Bible, then you know how to defeat that, and you know how to tell yourself and reaffirm to yourself that everything's going to be okay and everything's fine, and that we already have authority over the one that keeps planting those negative thoughts in our mind. And you and I, we have authority over the devil. We have authority over the evil forces, and they're literally weaker than us. And that's why God tells us to remember that we have these powers in the spiritual realm, so that we don't give into the temptations of the flesh, and so that we don't think that the thing that is making us feel so much pain is stronger than us, because it's not. We can cast that thing out of our life at any given moment, at any given time in life, and people don't realize that, which is very upsetting, because it usually ends up consuming them, and that's what God has been trying to keep us away from. But not everyone sees that light, because not everyone takes the time to sit in silence and hear God's voice. Because if we didn't have phones and we didn't have buildings and work and all that stuff, then we would be so in tune with God. We would be able to hear his voice like Adam heard his voice in the Garden of Eden. So cut off the distractions in your life, because those things are making you think that the enemy has won, and it's keeping you in bondage with this cycle of stagnation, poverty, just being annoyed in life, getting angry and just frustrated with everything. That's what it's doing to you. And when we realize that if at the moment you put your phone down, it's just you and whatever else is around you, right? And you just sit there and think, when I'm not speaking, how come I can still think inside my mind, and there's still a voice inside my mind that reads my thoughts, or that speaks my thoughts aloud in my mind? Why is that a thing? So therefore means that our mouth is just the manifestation. It only speaks the manifestation of what has been thought in our mind, right? And so when God speaks a word to you, it's literally either God planting a word into your mind, or Satan planting thoughts in there, right? Through things that he has, that you have allowed him access into your life. Because that's only the only way that Satan can get into your life is if you give him the key, right? No one can get into your house unless they have a key, and they can also break in as well. But that's if your house is not protected, right? So if you're not protected, if you are not protected, and you're not protecting your temple and your spirit and everything, then you're giving Satan a free pass to come and break into your house without needing a key. And so that's why we should seek God for everything, because we have all of the authority over everything. We have the authority to give Satan the key, and we also have the authority to not give him the key and to give it to God instead.